Hello everyone, I'm here to talk to you about our Gustav's reservation policy. You might ask yourself, why is it important to have a reservation policy? It's important for a few reasons. We can provide clear communication to our guests when they're calling to find out about how busy we're going to be for the evening. They want to make a reservation. If we have an opening, then they can. It's important to have a reservation policy so we can avoid confrontation with the guests and unsatisfied guests. It ensures a smooth flow of the restaurant. It helps us to not overbook so that we don't underquote our guests, and we can still service the guests that have walked in without a reservation. And it gives the restaurant a heads up on what kind of flow we might be having for the evening, if we're going to be really busy or really slow. Which then now brings me to the actual reservation policy. So, when you're first taking a reservation, the guest will call. First thing you want to ask them is how many people they're bringing in and what time they would like to come in. And it's also very important to ask them what day so that you can make the reservation for the correct day. So when the guest says that they want to make a reservation, our policy for guests of 8 or more, then we need to politely put the guest on hold so that we can get confirmation from the manager, find out if we have space for that reservation. For a party of 7 or less, you can take the reservation if there is space allowed in that time slot. So if there's not space allowed in that time slot, you would say to the guest, say for example, they called and they want to make a 7:30 reservation, we're full. So then you say, you know, I actually have an opening at 7:15 or have an opening at 7:45. And it's up to the guest if they want to take that time slot or not. So for parties of 8 or more, if we don't have space for the time that the guest wants to come in, then we would get from the manager what time we can accommodate that party. If it doesn't work for the guest, we give them options, let them know that they can't always walk in, we can't guarantee the waits, and we can also put them at 2 separate tables if our space allows for it. So once you have clarified with the guest, and if we do have space for the reservation, you want to get the name that the guest would like to have their reservation under, and a good contact phone number so that we can confirm the reservation. If it's a large party, make sure that you make note of the initials of the manager that approved the large party. That would be 8 or more. And once you have that confirmed, then you will reiterate the location that you're taking the reservation at. Ask them what the occasion is. For a large party, we want to find out if they have one check or multiple checks. And you will tactfully and politely let your guests know that there may be another large party following theirs, so if they could please keep their reservation to around 2 hours. And can anyone tell me what you would need to get a confirmation from a manager for? How large would your party need to be? Mariah?
8 or more.
8 or more, okay. And, shoot. All right, so if we follow this policy, then we'll have a successful night, good flow of the restaurant, more money in our pockets, and repeat guests.